forward to this. This comes just in time because I'm gonna try to do a few experiments with doing like a whole system analysis on a few systems just for fun, including my own system, and just take all the different measurements I can and see how it performs and kind of start as I can creating like, I don't know, like a database, or just start learning more about the measurements, because I spent a lot of time being a service tech, but being a service tech, you don't get a whole lot of time to really learn the ins and outs of the trade. You do it in your spare time and you run across things in the field, you read at home. But I want to do something now that I have the opportunity to, now that I've been around for a while and I'm not doing like 20 calls a day sort of thing. It's going to be nice to just go out there and just measure every conceivable measurement. I have the duct blaster here. I'm going to try to use that duct blaster on a regular basis. And this is not like something I'm going to go around and say, hey, I'm selling duct blaster services. I'm just going to contact some people and say, hey, I want to do some studies. Let me just borrow your air conditioner for a while. And if someone wants, if I'm actually doing some work for somebody, they can do it too, of course. But I think this is going to be something that's just kind of my idea. And I'm going to reach out to some people about just, they can be the beneficiary of some testing. And I can do a little bit of this duct blaster, see what kind of leakages we're getting from house to house. I really want that true flow. I think I'm going to find a way to get the true flow grid. I am an influencer. I'm a heavy hitter influencer, so I'm going to leverage all my considerable social media power and see what I can find out. And you might see a true flow grid video coming up soon. Who knows? So that's what I'm going to try to do, even if, whatever. We do it the old-fashioned way. We just go to True Tech Tools and buy it. I used to get schooled code, save 8%. But I think it's going to be one of those things that hopefully the true flow grid works with the manometer that I have. I got the duct blaster kit, and I have a RetroTech manometer because they are compatible. In fact, there's a little screen on the RetroTech. It's like the DM32 that allows you to pick whatever brand you're using, basically. You pick the duct blaster, you can pick whatever ring you have on it, and it'll do the analysis after that. So it's pretty cool. I got to kind of toy around with it in here. I broke out, and I did make a video, so I guess some of you might have seen it, where I took a 5-gallon bucket, drilled some holes in it just so there'd be some leakage for sure. Not that there wouldn't be. And just turn it on and see if I can measure the leakage. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool to use it for the first time and have it look like I actually did it right. And I'm sure there's some things I missed. And I know it's one of those things where I'm going to have to figure out, because one of the requirements I think here is you're going to have a certain amount of leakage per square foot. And I know I saw the setting in there to do that, but I'm looking forward to actually getting it out there and testing it. I'm really looking forward to getting a whole bunch of measurements over time and seeing what is true about air conditioners that are in the field. Not just stuff in the lab. Lab's never been my thing. I would love to see how they stack up from house to house once we're figuring out the exact capacity, once we're figuring out the exact airflow on all of them compared to where they should be, superheat, subcooling, what the sensible heat ratio is. I think that's going to be a big one. We're going to see what the ratio of latent cooling to sensible cooling is, because you just know that it's going to be wrong like all the time. It's just one of those things, you just know it. There's so many units out there now that are set up just kind of like on autopilot, because that's what I did. I didn't know all the stuff I needed to know. So it's going to be really awesome to just get every detail and analyze it. And then I can kind of give it to you guys, because you guys, I know a lot of you out there, you don't have the opportunity to do this stuff, just like I wouldn't have for many, many years. But since I do have the opportunity to, maybe I can do that and relay what I find to you. And then when I relay what I find to you, we can all talk about it and discuss it. That would be kind of fun.